United Nations, working hard for you and me, supporting communities and making a better place. United Nations.
This is We the People's Conversations with the United Nations in TNT. I'm Faine Richards. We've chatted before about the Sustainable Development Goals being a roadmap for fair, inclusive progress and development. Every UN member state, including TNT, has agreed to achieve all 17 Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. One group of people with a vital role in making this happen is parliamentarians. As members of parliament, they scrutinize budgets, debate laws, advocate for policy, and have oversight of important functions of the state. In April and May, the UN Resident Coordinator's Office collaborated with the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago to host a series of SDG Masterclasses. During the virtual sessions, parliamentarians examined where TNT is on its mission to achieve the SDGs, how the pandemic has disrupted progress, and what can be done to get back on track. One of the keynote speakers was world-renowned economist Professor Jeffrey Sachs. Professor Sachs is the director of the Center for Sustainable Development at Columbia University in New York. He is president of the UN Sustainable Development Solutions Network, and he's been a special advisor to 3 UN Secretaries General. Here's some of the advice he gave to TNT's parliamentarians.
We're in a period of massive disruption, obviously. The pandemic is itself a profound and dangerous disruption that continues, and it's going to be dangerous until we get this virus under control everywhere, so that the spread of the new variants and all that poses to us is brought under control. We're still at least a year at a minimum away from that, and probably more. So this is still a roiling crisis. There's no way that any part of the Caribbean is going to solve long-term problems without a region-wide approach. And every country is too small to get international attention by itself and to get decent treatment by itself. So the only way to get any attention in a noisy world is actually with a unified and bold agenda.
Professor Sachs also spoke about SDG 4, quality education, which he believes is a strategy that will significantly shape TNT's future progress.
There's one point that I think is an overarching truth that I would say for any government, any society, anywhere. And that is the most important thing you can do, period, bar none, is to educate your children well, period. So aside from any other objectives you have, we are entering a period in the world where having skills is the only passport to prosperity, period. Oil and gas won't do it, natural resources won't do it, but a proper education will do it. So please, aside from everything else, think about the quality of education.
On the pressing global issue of SDG 13, climate action, the American economist discussed the future of oil and gas. He referenced the White House Climate Summit in April, attended by leaders of the world's biggest economies. Professor Sachs saw one clear message as the outcome.
There will still be oil and gas 10 years from now, but less. And 30 years from now, I doubt it. We're going to decarbonize economy. So it's really strategic for Trinidad and Tobago to think about how it fits into that scenario. Probably the best way, the best technological hope is carbon capture and storage, and making a hydrogen economy, or using the gas that you have, to produce green fuels.
The professor's presentation to TNT's parliamentarians was one of 10 that have been offered in the SDGs Masterclass series so far. TNT has the support of the UN and all the global expertise it can leverage as the country continues charting a course for achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. To find out more about the work of the UN in TNT, visit our website at trinidadandtobago.un.org and check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.
United Nations, working hard for you and me, supporting communities and making a better place. United Nations.